As soon as John took a bite of food, their housekeeper, Michael, suddenly rushed into the dining room and threw a slipper toward the table. John and Emily stared at him in shock. "Have you lost your mind?" John shouted. "What are you doing?" Emily jumped to her feet. "Are you crazy? My husband was eating and you threw a slipper at his food. How dare you do something like that?" Michael replied nervously. "Please listen, sir. I know what I did was wrong, but I had a reason." Before he could finish, Emily interrupted him. "Enough, stop talking. What possible reason could you have for this? We hired the wrong person. Today you threw a slipper while my husband was eating. Tomorrow you might do something even worse. We can't trust you anymore. All you do is create problems, and today you crossed every line. Throw him out!" John looked at Michael and said firmly, "Didn't you hear her? Get out of this house!" Michael lowered his head and quietly walked away. Emily turned to her husband. "Don't worry. We fired him and he won't bother us again. I'll bring you some fresh food." John checked the time. "Forget it. I'm running late for work. Just pack my lunch." Emily smiled. "Of course." As she packed his lunch in the kitchen, an evil smile appeared on her face. "I put poison in this lunch," she thought. "Once John eats it at work, he'll be out of my life forever." A few minutes later, John grabbed his lunch and headed to his office in downtown Chicago. As he drove away, Michael spotted him and ran after the car, desperately trying to stop him. But John ignored him and continued on his way. At lunchtime, John sat down in the company break room and opened his lunchbox. Suddenly, Michael appeared and grabbed it from his hands. "Sir, I can't let you eat this food." John jumped to his feet. "What's wrong with you?" he shouted. "Was humiliating me at home not enough? Why are you following me? What is your problem with my food?" Michael looked him straight in the eye. "I'm trying to save your life, sir. There's poison in this food. If you eat it, you could die." John laughed angrily. "I don't believe you. I love my wife and I trust her completely. But if you're lying, I'll make sure you never find another job. I'll report you to the police and ruin your reputation." Michael took a deep breath. "Sir, after you left this morning, your wife met her boyfriend. She's been cheating on you." John's face turned pale. After a long silence, he said, "Fine, I'm going home." Meanwhile, at the house, Emily was talking on the phone. "Don't worry," she said with a smile. "I put poison in his lunch this morning. By now he must have eaten it." Suddenly, a familiar voice came from behind her. "Oh, really?" Emily froze. The phone slipped from her hand and crashed onto the floor. John stood in the doorway holding the lunchbox. Emily's face turned white. John slowly walked toward her. "So my loving wife poisoned my food today because she wanted me dead and wanted to be with her boyfriend?" He opened the lunchbox. Emily screamed, "Stop! Don't eat it!" John looked at her carefully. For the first time, fear and regret filled her eyes. Tears began rolling down her cheeks. "Yes," she whispered. "I tried to kill you. I was having an affair. Everything Michael said is true." John remained silent. Emily continued crying. "But I can't stand here and watch you die. I know what I did was terrible." John shook his head. "At least you don't hate me enough to watch me die right in front of you." Emily folded her hands and pleaded, "Please forgive me. I made a terrible mistake." John's voice hardened. "I don't want to hear excuses. You betrayed me. Once trust is broken, it's almost impossible to repair." "Please," Emily begged, "give me one more chance." John looked away. Then he pointed toward the front door. "Leave." Emily's eyes filled with tears. "John, leave," he repeated. Knowing there was nothing left to say, Emily picked up her purse and slowly walked out of the house.